Real Estate and Chill podcast, the newest and coolest podcast. So tune in. Two experts discussing the real estate market. Loan officer James Chaudhry and associate real estate broker Kevin Iglesias. Beware, this is not another boring podcast. This right here is the shit you need to hear. Respectfully.
Welcome. All right. Welcome to episode 2 of Real Estate and Chill. If you're tuning in here for the first time, my name is James Chaudhry. I'm a mortgage banker based out of Woodbury, New York. And I'm here with the beautiful one and only Kevin Iglesias.
Yes, I'm Kevin Iglesias, associate broker with Realty Connect USA. I'm excited. Episode 2. Episode 1 was a hit, guys.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm really happy with how episode 1 turned out. Shout out to a few people. Everyone leaving feedback for us. We really appreciate it. This is our second episode, so we're trying to take everything you say to us, trying to incorporate it into the show, questions, advice.
I'm going to let you finish. Big shout out to EPM.
Yes.
Kanye moment. I'm going to let you finish. Big shout out to our sponsors, EPM Real Estate Photography and Eagle Eyes Home Inspection. There you go. Thank you.
Come on, Kevin.
If you want your logo to pop up on the screen like this, contact us, realestateandchillpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. So, first things first, we always got to, thank you for shouting out the sponsors.
Wait. Big shout out to our boy Mike.
Oh,
come on, Mike. Get on camera, Mike.
Get
on the camera, Mike. The myth, the legend.
Nice, man.
Yo,
all right.
Mike's a beast, man.
No, he's killing it.
Quick story. When Mike interviewed for EPM, I gave him the interview. It was the funniest thing ever, man.
You did the interview for Mike.
Yo, I did the interview for Mike.
Oh my gosh.
You can imagine how that went. It was hilarious. We were all just in the office just laughing.
I mean, when I came in here today, I literally walked through and I thought nobody was here, and you guys were just waiting for me to react.
We were trying to prank you. That's all.
You were pranking me by filming me and just me walking in, bro. Come on, you gotta do something creative.
So let's jump into it, man. I'm really excited for episode 2. We got a lot of good feedback. Shout out to our boy Fernando for tuning in.
Yes. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to my whole pledge class at Alpha Sig. They've been sharing everything. They've been hooking it up. So shout out to them. Shout out to the females in our lives too.
Yeah. Shout out to the wifey.
Shout out to my wifey as well. Appreciate all the support. We're looking to see what we can do in the future. We're trying to, get this off and running. So we really appreciate everyone, tuning
like,
in,
comment, and subscribe. Don't forget.
Yes, that is the biggest thing. So, all right. So today, last time I spoke so much about myself and,
you love yourself.
I mean, who doesn't?
I felt like Mike should have just popped up on the screen like the time clock, like dun, 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 dun. Oh, the SpongeBob thing.
2,000 years later.
But today we gotta learn more about you. So we gotta let everyone know who is Kevin Iglesias. So this is one thing we have to do today. So tell us about yourself.
All right. So I'm 30 years old. All right. I started in the business when I was 26.
See, you said I look 32, but you look like 18.
You know what's crazy? It's funny that you say that. Jumping into a quick story, I got rejected. I was big into door knocking. I went to door knock on this lady's house, and she said no to me. Closed the door, said no. Went there the second time, she said no. Her husband called me. I met with him finally, and she said, I didn't give you the position. I didn't open the door for you because you look like you were straight out of high school. I was like 20, 26 at the time. I was so pissed. Wow. But if you haven't noticed from the first episode, I did shave my beard.
Nice.
So
shape mine
nice
up.
And smooth.
Yeah, it just took me a while.
Yeah, so I did start in the business when I was 26. Again, it wasn't easy. I did make that transition. I jumped in full time. I didn't have a part-time job, so I didn't have any income basically coming in.
Yeah.
Again, so I had to make this work. I didn't have a plan B that I can fall on.
It's kind of scary though.
It is.
When you're first starting up.
It is, and I think that if you're an agent and you're looking to get in full time, but you have a part-time job, I mean, everybody's different, but you definitely want to have income coming in because you need to spend in this business to make money.
Yeah.
It's
a big expense.
It is. It's not easy. I limited my expenses because I was door knocking. I was cold calling. I was basically every expired home, I was literally just knocking on their door. Hey, my name is so-and-so. I'm with Realty Connect USA. I see your home expired. And then I, wanted to sell it myself. And that's how I basically built my business, foundation. So
that's awesome. Honestly, everyone has to start somewhere. And, the way you started is very interesting. Honestly, I feel like if you are, we touched base on this last time, halfway in, halfway out, it's a lot more difficult if you don't have a safety net.
It is.
You have to make it. You don't have a choice.
Yep. So basically, when I first started, like again, I was dead broke, man. Like no lie, I had no money. I remember, going to the deli by our office in Hop Hog, and I swiped my card. Yo, this is no lie, straight up. It came out to like $8, and my card was declined. I was like, yo, try it again. It got declined again. But I think that was a real eye opener, and I was like, damn it, I never want to feel like this again. And that fear of being broke, because I grew up broke, like my background, my parents came from Central America. They're Salvadorian. They came here, they got their citizenship, and they really hustled themselves, and I think that's really where I get my hustle spirit. I have to make it, coming from nothing. I have to build myself up.
You sound like you're about to cry, man.
No. Come on, man. Come on. No, but yeah, it's exciting because again, like I've seen these guys grow so much, and it's dope.
Yeah.
Seeing people's come up and then being at the same level with them and celebrating, it's an awesome feeling.
You want to know something crazy? I was just thinking about it the other day, and I saw something online, and it says that generational wealth comes with one risk taker. Starts with one risk taker. Let me repeat that one more time because I messed it up. So okay, hold on. Generational wealth starts with one risk taker.
Yo, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
Yeah.
That's what they say in real estate. So it's true. You know, when I first started, man, like it wasn't easy. I was very stressed out. I passed my test. It took me 3 times, bro, to pass my test.
3 times?
Yeah.
How difficult is the test?
The school test wasn't difficult at all. Like you have to, so to be like a real estate agent, for those who are watching who want to be a real estate agent, you have to pass the school test, right? And then you have
So what do you mean by like the school test?
So you have to go to school. You got to get a certain amount of hours, and then you have to pass that school test. Then you got to take the state test. If you fail the school test, you cannot take the state test.
Oh, okay.
And mind you, you're in a class with like 20 people. So they're reading your results right in front of other people. Yo, my heart was like... So, because literally, if you fail, everybody else in the line
Kevin
is like...
Iglesias failed.
Yeah, no, seriously, though. But I passed that one, and I went and took the state test, and I failed it. I was like, damn.
How many times did you take that one?
I passed on the third try. 3rd time's a charm.
Oh, you passed the state one.
The state one, yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't have to take the school one. Come on, don't play me.
Okay. I was just like, damn, that's embarrassing. But you got to study hard.
I don't think I would admit that out to the open like that, but
it's all good. But no, that's crazy. So, looking back at it now, I mean, you started, what would you say the best route to take would be in order to like, you have to go through schooling, you have to go through, the test. After that point, what made you really, grind, aside from your family and like, everything that you've had in the past, what has really started this from like for you?
Again, so all right, so I went to Suffolk Community College, right? I went to school for like 2 months and I dropped out.
Kevin Iglesias, first test, 14. All right, I'm out, guys.
Yo, I just couldn't focus. Like even when I was little, I knew school wasn't for me. And I had a family relative that was a stockbroker, actually. And this is back like early 2000s, maybe the 90s. And I saw how much money he was making. And it was insane. And the one thing he installed in my brain was like, if you want to be rich, work on commissions. There's no cap. You don't have a boss, to basically talk to you. You're your own boss. So ever since I was really young, I have had that mindset like, all right, this is what I got to do to be financially free. And I really took that and I ran with it. So
what year was this?
I was really young, man. I was super duper young. I mean, like I said, maybe early 90s, early 2000s.
Okay. So early 90s, early 2000s. Wow. Okay. So what did you learn from that, that whole situation?
So I'll just give you like a backstory of like, I always had like a hustler mindset. Like, I remember once, like I said, my parents, they migrated here. They were immigrants. They got their citizenship. We didn't come up like rich. I didn't have that rich background where they, if I asked for something, they could just buy it on the spot. They at one time, I remember this, they bought me a pair of Nikes, right? And I didn't even like check them. You know how like sneakers nowadays, you could check them and see if they're fakes or not? Yo, I wore them to school. They were fake Nikes.
No, but that's love. Like they're still.
But here's the thing. So one of my boys was like, yo, you're wearing fake Nikes, man. Like,
How did he know?
he just knew. He was a sneakerhead. But like, I remember that moment, like getting made fun of for fake sneakers, bro. And that like, I was like, yo, I never want to feel like this again. You know what I mean? Like, you feel broke. You feel like humiliated. You feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
So, yo, I started like hustling when I was like in middle school. I would make like mixtapes were big back in the day. Like CDs. Yeah, like CDs. What was it? Like Napster and all those other webs, like LimeWire that was out.
I've heard of those things.
Yeah, you're freaking young, man. So freaking young. Arcar shaking his head like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So what I would do is I would download like music and make one on a CD, and I would sell them out my locker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was making like over $100 a week. Mind you, I was like 12. You know what I mean? So I was just making money, and I was like, all right, now I'm going to buy my shoes. And that's really what I was focused on, because I grew up like, so I was born in Rockaway, Queens, right? But I lived basically like right in the hood, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Then everything is like, you got to get fresh, you got to get fly, you got to look good. If not, you know, you get talked about, you get picked on. So that was one big thing. So I was like, all right, you know what? Nobody's going to pick on me anymore. I'm going to buy my own stuff. Back then, Echo was really big.
What's Echo? Oh, the clothing brand? Oh, the clothing brand, right?
Yeah. So that was really big. South Pole was big. Fat Farm was big. Yo,
I don't know what
I'm
Fat
like
Farm or South Paw.
I'm like a medium, bro. And I was wearing like my brother's a big guy. My brother's like 5'9", like, I don't know, I would say like 2 something. And he's like a double XL. I had my brother's double XL shirts on. Yo, I was walking around looking like I had a nightgown on, bro. But this was the look back in the day. I had the do-rag on, the cap.
All right, we need to see a picture of this at some point.
No flashbacks.
We need to see a picture of this.
No flashbacks. But yeah, I'm like 5'5" on a good day. Imagine like me wearing a 2X. Like I look like a freaking ghost walking around. But yeah, my brother, you know, he played a big part in my success because he was just like, you're getting older now. And I had a mushroom haircut, bro. I'm not going to show pictures of that either. I had a mushroom haircut. And he's like, yo, you're getting older now. You got to get a new haircut. He took me to the barbershop in Queens. And like, he's like, all right, ask the barber for a 2 on top and a 0 on the side. I had no idea what that meant.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
I already know where this is going.
So, yo, I'm sitting there in the chair. I'm like 12 years old, right? I'm sitting there in the chair. And I tell the barber, I want a 2 up top and a 0 on the side. And he looked at me. He's like, you sure? And I was like, yeah, like, you know, like, it's my big brother, you know. I said, yeah, of course. He's like, all right. All I hear is zzz. Yo, my eyes got so watery. I felt like legit I was going to cry.
Oh, my gosh. That's the worst. Bad haircuts are like the worst.
Yo, I looked, when he was done with my haircut, I looked like I just came out of my mother's womb. I was like a baby bird, bro.
Yo, when I was in like freshman year of like college, what I used to do, actually no, like senior year of high school, freshman year of college, what I used to do is I didn't know that when people got like their sides, I didn't know it was a fade. All I used to ask for was I was like, yeah, can you just give me a 1 on the sides and then just leave the top how it is? And my hair was really like up to here if I brought it down. And then my whole sides were like completely like 1 all the way. So it wasn't the best look. But now I just go for the fades, you know. Yeah, no.
So yeah, he played a big part in my success. Again, you know, like I said, I've always had that I have to make it. You know, it's just all or nothing for me mindset. And I think that's what you really need if you're a new agent or if you're getting into this business. And then I tell people this all the time, even people that I train. As much as this is sales, it's a service business. Like you have to service the client 100%, 110%. You know, and you have to be a people person. Yeah. If you're not a people person and you don't know how to service them, you know, it's not the business for you.
Honestly, like that reminds me of this kid who was in my office literally today. So basically, we have a attorney who is, you know, we have the same office. So her son was walking around the office just saying hi to everyone. I was like, wow, this kid's gonna, you know. Just the fact that you know how to network. I mean, he doesn't. It's not even considered networking because he's like probably 10 years old.
You have to introduce yourself. Like you have to be that person that goes like, "Hey, Arcar, I'm Kevin Iglesias, associate broker, Realtor Connect. You know, if you need a home to sell or if you're looking to buy a home, here's my card. You know, I love to work for you, et cetera, et cetera."
Got to be able to open up to everybody.
You have to be able to talk to anybody and everybody on the spot, and be prepared. Always be prepared.
I mean, I guess the word we're just looking for here is like extroverted. Like that's all it is. You know. So
and
that's
you
crazy.
forced me basically to come out my shell. All you guys in the room basically was like, yo, you got to get on Facebook. You got to get on Instagram. Today I made my first Facebook post. So
He still has
pop my
not
cherry.
one Instagram post. He still does not have one Instagram post.
But
you post like 15 stories a day.
yeah, I mean, I
But
don't know.
no posts. No posts.
Everything's like really podcast related.
Yeah.
We've gotten so much good feedback though. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's like it really pushes you to drive and wanted to continue to do it more and more and more.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. But again, like I said, that hustler mindset, you have to have it. And I touched base on this on the first episode. COVID, when it hit, like I said, either plummeted your business or you said, you know what, my back's against the wall and I'm going to skyrocket my business. And that's exactly what I did. You know, I think a real hustler, a good hustler would make it in any situation and in any location, anywhere. You know, you could literally put me anywhere and I know I'm okay. Because we have a skill. You and I, we have a skill. And we met off of cold calling.
Yeah.
We could generate money anywhere we go. I could literally walk out of here, this office, the podcast room, go down the block, knock on somebody's door and say, hey, I'm so-and-so. I've sold over 100 homes, blah, blah, blah. I'm a top producer at Realty Connect. I'm top 10. I've only been doing it 5 years. I'm out competing people who've been in the business for 30 years. And boom, like, all right, come on, take a look. You know?
Yeah.
So we can literally create money anywhere we go. So that's the beauty of it, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't always have this confidence again, you know, because like I said, I got rejected literally like every day when I was first starting off. Hey, I'm so-and-so. You know, your confidence is not there when you first start off because you have no resume.
Yeah.
And my wife would tell you, man, I'm so stubborn. I'm so hard-headed that I told myself literally when I was starting off, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start it on my own because I don't want somebody to, and I've had this in my life, somebody to be like, you only have that because of me. You know what I mean? I didn't want to have that on my shoulders. So I was very stubborn. I was like, I'm not taking any handouts from anybody. I'm going to learn it on my own. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, all right, I tried. I gave it my 110%. And that's all I could do.
So walk me a little bit through. So, you know, I know we are going to have, you know, a special guest, you know, Anthony.
We have
Custom
a lot
Cleats.
of special guests.
We do, but, you know, first one that we're going to have on the show, Custom Cleats.
Custom Cleats.
He's going to be on here.
Check him out on, I don't mean to interrupt you again. Yo, check him out on Instagram. He's verified. He's got that bloop.
No,
that
I know.
check.
That's so sick. Honestly, like.
Yo, but how sick is that? Like, coming into that appointment, I had no idea who he was. And yo, he's a former Montreal's Expos player too. Like, he played baseball as well.
Really?
He got injured, yeah, and he couldn't play anymore. But like, you just never know who you're gonna run into. That's the beauty of this business. And then they could basically just say, you know, so and so sold my home, and refer you out, and then boom, like you just take it off.
So walk me a little bit through, you know, your first listing appointment. Tell me a little bit about like what you said to them that, you know, enabled you to work with them, like how you came at it. Walk me a little bit through that.
So my first listing appointment was Anthony Ambrosini from Custom Cleats, like I said in the first episode. He was a for sale by owner. Excuse me. He was a for sale by owner. And I was literally just cold calling him like every day, bro. Like every day. He would hang up the phone on me, like not pay me any money because he's probably getting calls from so many agents.
Yeah.
But you have to be aggressive in this business. You gotta stand out. Like I got a tattoo on my neck, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you something I didn't tell you guys. I wake up early in the morning with my wife. She does my makeup in the morning to cover my tattoo. But the reason why I don't cover anymore because my white shirts are like all orange, bro. So it looks like when I get home and I take it off, it looks like I'm having an affair with an Oompa Loompa. Like, yo, seriously though, you see so much orange around my neck. But now it's like you got to be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah,
like you have to. And like I went to an appointment. The lady noticed it, right? So I was like, oh crap, I forgot to take a shower. I thought it washed off this morning. So you just really have to be confident in your own skin. And I think I'm at that level where I'm just like, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I think that's a great way of, you know, tackling so many different things. You just have to be able to, you know, just reiterating what you're saying. You just have to be able to attack everything with the same mindset, like that you have, you know, for anything else. Like at the end of the day, it's either do or die. And like, you just have to make sure you get what you're going after. And, you know, in your case scenario that you weren't, you know, basically you were in a situation where you weren't having any safety net, you know, it had to be something where you just go after it or what happens?
It's all or nothing, and I've always been like that. I've always been an all or nothing type of person. And like I said, I was selling CDs, bro. I was making good money. I was making like $100 a week. I was in school studying. You know, I was in school studying, hustling, making, you know, over $100 a week on CDs. And people would give me like their playlist and I would make them a special CD, and I would charge them more for that CD because I would have to specially make it.
That's the hustle.
Yo, it's the hustle.
That's the hustle.
You met my son? Freaking, he was selling
gosh.
slime at his school. Man.
Your son is a genius. He's like, I don't remember how long ago. It was, what, 2 years ago?
I think it was like
maybe 2 years ago. And, you know, he was telling me, like, oh, I sell slime at my school. Like, I'm charging these kids, like, whatever, $5, whatever.
Yo, he had a whole chart. He's like, yo, I sold so-and-so to Jacob. I sold so-and-so to Michelle. She bought this amount. Yo, but he's like, yo, this kid's a hustler. I was like, yo, I love that because you want to be able to have a skill that you can create money, like, anywhere you go. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed that I have that. A lot of people don't have that.
And sales is just like business communication as a whole. You need that for anything you really go into.
Honestly,
like name an industry where you don't need, just like in the realm of business, like name an industry where you don't need to have good communication skills.
It's true. It's true. And in this business, either you have it or you don't. Like I didn't have it when I first started. But again, I was like, you know what? This is my plan A. There's no plan B. I don't have a freaking bachelor's degree, a master's degree. You know, I got my high school diploma, but I didn't have a trade. I can't fix cars. I'm not handy at all. You know, you asked me to put a hammer in the nail, I'd probably put a hammer in the whole freaking wall. But I'm not handy. You know, that's just me. But if you give me something to sell, I'm selling it, and I'm upselling it. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you.
So that's my skill. And again, I saw, you know, we grew up poor. You know, I wouldn't say poor, but we grew up broke. You know, we little to no money, just surviving. We were jumping from apartment to apartment. Yo, literally like lived in the hood. And I don't know if you're familiar with roaches, but yo, we had roaches and rats in our apartment, literally. But this is the difference with roaches out here and roaches in the hood. You turn on the lights when you come home, the roaches are not going anywhere. Yo, you turn on the lights in the hood and the roaches just like, oh, you're back from work. How was your day? Well, basically, that's how it is. Like, literally, you just turn the lights on and say, oh, it's freaking roaches again. And so we lived in the hood in this apartment, right? And this is so awesome. Now when they do it, I'm like skeeved out. Me and my older brother, we would take turns under the oven. We would set rat traps, and we would have a contest of who would pull out the biggest rat. Like,
how family friendly is this?
No, but I'm being honest. This is really what hustling me, because I don't want my kids to go through that. You know what I mean? And nobody should. You know, and if you're in that situation now, you could definitely get out of it. I think I'm the perfect example that if I can make it, anybody can make it.
I think, you know, going back to what I originally said in the beginning, you know, generational wealth starts with one risk taker. And, you know, in your generation could be you, you know?
So that's, and I'm glad you brought that up. Like, I want to be, my family, there's no millionaires in my family. You know, there's nobody that's like financially, you know, wealthy and that, you know, could leave a legacy behind. And I want to be that first. Yeah. It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of pressure on my shoulders, but I love it. You know, I know that I can make it happen. And it's just that mindset, you know, like you're not scared of anything. And that's why we work so well, because you and I are very alike, you know?
It's funny because, like, so basically, like, the person who's, like, the risk taker in my family was my father, actually. So, you know, he came here. He had all of his family in another country. He came here by himself.
So same thing like my parents.
Exactly. And, you know, what he did was he actually, you know, made his wealth through real estate. So he's a real estate investor. You know, he started, you know, everything from nothing really. He brought all of his family over, created a great life for everyone there, created a great life for us. So, you know, shout out to him. He's the one that, you know, he started everything in our family line. Yeah.
Just like, you know, our team over here, EPM, you know, their background, they're from Burma. You know, we all migrated here, but we hustled our butts off, and, you know, we are where we are. And again, I was born here. I was born in Queens. I wasn't born in El Salvador, but that's like, literally, it's a third world country. Like, I've been there when I was like 12, 13. It's like it's like literally like a third world country, bro. Like, there's so much violence out there, so much gang activity. There's a lot of killings. I was there literally every time I turned on the news, somebody was dead. You know, people get shot in the broad daylight. Like, I can't go over there now because I'm fully tattooed. Like, over there, tattoos are basically only for gang members. Okay. You've seen me without a shirt on.
Yeah. Well, not like that. Not like that, but.
Well, you were curious. You're like, yo, you're always in a suit. Like, show me what you look like.
Okay, keep in mind, I've just seen his tattoos for the first time like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Because we were literally at an open house, and I was just like, yo, I've never seen what you look like. Like, what do your arms look like? I've never seen it. And then you showed me. I was like, Well, not like I wouldn't never known because you always wear suits. So it's like,
But again, like I'm not touching base on this again. Like I think if I can make it, anybody make it, you know, because if you see me without a suit on, I look like I do tattoos for a living. Literally from my neck down, my arms, my back, my ribs, chest, everything. I'm fully covered. So I think that was really one of my fears when I first started in the business, because I was like, yo, I don't look like a real estate agent. Like I can't do it. I can't make it. I started in this business legit, bro. I didn't even own a suit. I remember going to my first Realty Connect USA meeting. Yo, I didn't even own a suit. I went to like H&M and I bought like slacks and a shirt. And I was like, all right, I'm going to buy a belt, go to the first meeting. And that first meeting like really motivated me, man. Like that was like, I seen John Fitzgerald, our broker / owner of the company, and he spoke. It was like, yo, it was like a Wolf of Wall Street moment, bro. He spoke up there and I was just like, yo, I was so hype. I had so much energy filled and I saw so many people like winning awards. I was just like, yo, I can definitely do that. I always had that mindset. Even when I was like doing no deals, I was like, you know what? I could definitely do that. And now I'm a top producer at Realty Connect USA. I'm top 10. I was ranked number 7 for 2020 of the whole company. So it's pretty dope.
yeah, no, I would definitely say so. Honestly, like in my case, you know, starting off, you know, while I was in school and, you know, working, it's difficult to really go the full length because you're a little restricted. You know, like I can't spend 12 hours a day doing this, that, whatever, because I have other obligations I have to go through. So, you know, with what I'm doing now, you know, I take motivation from people like you know, who have made it out and, you know, living financially free, everything, you're like, you're good. And it's just like, it's motivational, honestly.
Yeah. And again, like if you're a new agent, don't let anything hold you back. Cause like the fear, again, it's going to hold you back and you need to break that barrier down. You either got to tell yourself, look, I'm going to make it no matter what, like I did. And again, if I could do it, you could do it. I had so many.
Tell me this.
Go ahead.
What do you need to start in real estate? Besides money, besides like you can go to a house and door knock with, you know, a shirt and jeans on. And I feel like you could still make a personable impression.
Well, not me though.
Well, yeah, maybe not you, but you could still make that impression. So
yeah, I mean, look, we're in a generation now where tattoos are not so frowned upon, but like I just feel like I feel like the power of a suit, man. Like if the suit has so much power, I feel like you transform. I feel like Clark Kent. You know what I mean? I feel like Superman when I put on the suit. So it's different, you know, and it's a different look. Again, you know, everything in this business is perception. You know, you have to look good and people are going to work with you. You got to look busy. You got to be busy, you know. And then, again, I have to watch, but this guy always picks up my car. I drive a 06 Infinity, and this guy's, come on, bro, you got to get a new car. You got to get a new car. I'm like, I will, soon. But just, like, you know, I just, my mind's not really not focused on that. I'm just like, I just got to get more deals, got to get more deals. Because you got to keep lining things up. If not, you know, it becomes very stressful. And I'm handling so many listings right now. It's stressful for me. I put my phone down for 2 hours yesterday. I had over 88 text messages. Or 83.
When you put your phone off, I literally called you twice. And I was like, I texted you and nothing went through. I was like, are you good? Like, are you alive? Like, I've never seen this before. I was just like, what's going on?
And that's another thing. I'm very accessible. So if you text me, I'm going to text you back right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And communication is the biggest thing in this business. And another thing for new agents or agents in general, I think you shouldn't burn your bridges no matter what. You know, it doesn't matter if you don't see eye to eye with that agent. Don't burn your bridge. Because if you get in a fight with this person, I guarantee you're going to run into them again, and it's going to be awkward, and it's just going to be tension. It's not something you want to do at all.
Yeah.
So
especially in an industry where you have to really collaborate with other people to get things going through. You know, that's just not something you want to do.
No, not at all.
Yeah. But no, that's great. Honestly, you know, it's very motivational what you've done and looking forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Yeah.
So,
like I'm like I said, I'm training a couple of agents now. So Sarah Fox, you haven't met her yet, but just remember her name. She's going to be on an episode as well. She's doing amazing. When I first met her, she had 1 condo under her belt. I took her under my belt. She has over 10 deals now.
yeah.
And that's less than like 3 months, I would say.
I've spoken to Sarah before and you could just like hear.
You could hear the confidence
Yeah.
just, you know, reeking through. There's just so much confidence there you would never know.
Yeah.
You know, she's owned her own business. She used to be a firefighter, bro. She was like one of the only female firefighters in her department, which is insane.
Wow.
Yeah, she was doing the Ironman challenge too, so that's pretty dope.
I can't even do that.
No. I put on so much weight during COVID. I'm trying to lose it, but this weight is not trying to lose me.
No, that's awesome. I can't be a firefighter. I can't do the Ironman challenge.
Nah,
Can't do
not
any
at
of the
all.
stuff she did. Sorry. But
But again, you have to.
And now she's putting that motivation, everything towards this, So.
You have to give this 110% in order for it to work, and you really have to push yourself. Look, when I started in this business, I didn't compare myself to so-and-so, right? I was never looking at, this person, I want to be like this person, or I got to do more deals than this person. Because then you get distracted. That's why I was never on social media. I didn't care. I didn't care about it. I was just like, you know what? Excuse me. I'm focused on myself. I'm going to push myself. And then, when the time comes, I'll make social media and I'll be on it. And you guys peer pressure me. And
now's the time.
Yeah, now I'm on it. But don't compare yourself to anybody else, because for what reason? In this business, the only one who could stop you from being successful is yourself. If I want to work hard, I'm going to push myself.
Yo, where was Kevin Iglesias when Deontay Wilder got knocked out by Tyson Fury?
Oh my gosh.
He could have been in that corner right there, and he would have literally raised him and, got him that dub. No, but honestly, like, what you're saying is actual experience. I feel like some people, like, say motivational things and, like, they don't actually, like, they don't, like, they could be doing but like what you're talking about is like something you've actually experienced in the past, and something that you have accomplished. So your actions are speaking louder than your words. People can look at your resume and they'll see exactly what you've done.
And the reason why I work so hard is because, like I said, who goes to swipe their card and gets rejected for $8? Like, that's embarrassing in front of people. It's just it's a low point that I've told myself I don't ever want to feel like that again. You know what I mean? So that's why I work so hard. I'm just, me. I tell you, like, I'm about to take a vacation. I'm taking some time off, and I'm just like, I got so much business more. I got busier because I don't know how to take time off. I'm like addicted to real estate. Like, literally eat, breathe, and sleep it. Like the other day, my wife woke me up in the morning. She's like, you were talking in your sleep. I was like, what was I saying? She was like, oh, that's so dope, bro. And you were laughing. But I was literally thinking about the podcast because I don't know.
So you're practicing speaking to me. All right. We have it on film.
Nah, but I was just thinking about ideas for the podcast. Like, we came in here earlier today. We were just speaking to Mike. Mike is a dope editor, by the way.
Yeah.
This guy's a machine, man. I'm so glad that EPM hired him. But, we want this to grow. We want to give a platform, not just for us, too. We want to interview agents who are just starting off and really hear their difficulties in the beginning and then just see them grow. And we want to give this platform to other agents as well, just to hear their background story, their come-up story, because I think that's huge,
Everyone has a story.
A lot of people just look at us like salespersons, right? But they never get to see the behind the scenes and what we came through and what we had to go through to be where we at now. So I think that plays a big factor when you're hiring somebody.
Yeah.
Another reason, so I used to work I've worked so many odd jobs, bro. Before I came to real estate, I worked at a catering hall. I was washing dishes. I worked at a golf course. That was the worst, man. I used to be in like that little mini cart picking up the balls and stuff.
Oh,
and
I got a machine now. Your job has been automated.
I was going over a hill and I got stuck. So I had to get out, and these freaking golfers were hitting balls at me, yo. One of them hit my head, and no lie, that thing hurt so much.
Oh, well, that's not funny.
No, that's not funny at all.
Yeah, that's not funny.
That's not funny at all, but I mean,
I
was
laughing.
Yeah,
it's
funny. But I worked so many odd jobs. I was jumping from like one place to another. I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and I wish I would have gotten into real estate right out of high school, so I think I would have just blew up, but everything has its time. Everything happens for a reason. And I started cold calling at a stockbroker firm. I think it was called like John Thomas Financial in Hop Hog at the time. And
wait, give me a time frame of this. When was this?
This is like literally straight out of high school. So I was probably like,
oh, this is like the.
So I graduated in 2008. This is probably like 2010. And I was it was literally like the movie. Like you guys seen the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
It was literally like that, except the and the everything else. But the office.
We gotta that.
But yeah, literally, like I would walk in and everybody would just be going crazy on the phones. It's like just like the movie. It's literally going crazy on the phones. And my job was that like I was with a bunch of other trainees, but the guy there, I don't know if he was like the CEO of that little firm or whatever it was. He said, yo, I like you the most. I want you to be on the phones. I want you to call. Like, they gave me like a packet like this thick. And it was literally all millionaires, billionaires. I had to pitch some stocks. And if I got them through, I would have to give the lead to somebody else and they would lock it in. And yo, everybody would be throwing papers. Like literally it would go nuts. And they would just write it on the wall. and it was insane. But so that's where my cold calling experience comes from. That's why I'm not scared to talk to people on the phone. I could literally just call them. Because I was talking to millionaires. You know what I mean? I was pitching them stocks. I never met them. I didn't even know what the heck the stocks were. I don't even invest in stocks.
Okay,
so telling me to get into stocks.
So basically, last week Kevin hits me up. Yo, I want to make a Robinhood account. What stock should I buy? Tell me this. Should I buy Tesla? Should I buy what should I buy? I have no idea. But no, that's
so. Look, I started off cold calling, right, and then like I said, the guy was just like, he was like, I love how you talk on the phone, blah blah. And every time I was one of the only ones that would get like one of the guys like, all right, I'll invest in this stock, and I would send it off, and they'd be so happy. And I remember he gave me the keys to CLS 500. CLS, I don't even know what model year, like
550.
Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it was a white one, and I was like 20. It was, I was like, I was literally like 20 years old. So he gave it to me. This is my first car I ever drove, fancy car, and I didn't know how to freaking drive it, yo. I was getting stuck. The thing was like stalling, and he trusted me so much to drive it. He's like, yo, go take it to the car wash, because this is a car you're going to be driving in the future. I can picture you in the Mercedes. And it's funny that our car always tells me that, bro. He said, yo, just buy a Mercedes. I can picture you in a Mercedes.
I literally said the same thing to you.
That's crazy.
I literally told you
yo,
the
Mike,
same
buy me a
exact
Mercedes,
thing.
bro. But literally, I took it to the car wash, and I was like, damn, this is like the first nice car I've ever driven in my life. And then you just fall into like that lifestyle. And I was seeing checks from like stockbrokers, literally like $49,000 a month. And I was like, yo, what the freak? And these guys never leave the office. Like literally just calling, making deals happen, having big pinky rings, iced out Rolexes, like name it. You can name it, they had it. And I was just like, damn, like I want that financial freedom to do what I want to do. Not necessarily those things, because I think financial freedom is the biggest thing ever.
Not having to be, set to something from 9 to 5, as people say, the 9 to 5 job, not having to be restricted by that. I mean, we say that, but we work like from like 8 to 12 at night. So I don't even know.
These guys work so hard too. So if you guys ever come, like just to give you like an outlook of what we see right now, there's so many lights and 3 cameras here.
We have our audience here.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing face masks. No, there's literally only 2 people here.
But literally, like, we're set up like a freaking movie set, I feel like. It looks dope. Like, a lot of podcasts don't look like this, but, thanks again to these guys, because they made it happen. Staff here is amazing. And we're just so excited. This podcast is really going to take off. So many people have been contacting us, with good feedback, and just so excited to see more. And
yeah,
we're really going to just touch base on everything real estate wise.
Yeah.
So what are some of your goals that you want to
I have so many. So, the one thing is that one goal that I'm in the process of right now, which I can't really speak about too much until it's over with, because, I believe in like the superstition things. Like I don't want to say anything until it happens. So, there's a few things. One, I want to be able to set up my business to the point where money is not something that affects like my mood,
So you want to have, like I said, financial freedom. You just want to be able to.
Yeah, to the point where like I can live a comfortable life and not have to worry about. That is what financial freedom is, but just to a point where like I don't have to worry about like where my next paycheck's coming from, everything like that, whatever, and just enjoy life. Like I feel like work is great, and I love to work. But I want to live life too. So I want to be at the point where I can set myself up to a place where I don't have to rely on one thing or another. I can just be happy with what I have and go on from there. With the mortgage industry, everything's great. It's a great industry to be in. And right now we're really seeing like a huge influx of buyers, huge influx of refinances. And it's really kicking off. But the one thing is that, people need to learn that there's highs and there's lows, So right now it's definitely a high.
And that's another thing with real estate. You got to understand, when you get in this business, people think it's so easy, but it's not. Like there's nothing that's set in stone saying you're going to get paid this amount, because if something goes left, like you're basically screwed.
Yeah.
And things could go left really, really quick. So you just never know what you have in that pipeline. Is it going to go through? Is it going to close? Am I going to get paid?
You don't know until we get that bank clear to close and that rescission period's over.
I think I never get excited until the deal is basically like closed out. Like I'm at the closing table getting paid. I'm like, yes, finally. Yeah. Other than that, I don't get excited, bro, because you just never know what could happen.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Honestly, with real estate, being a real estate investor, definitely one of my biggest goals.
Yeah, mine too. Like I want to get into flipping and doing all that as well. So
yeah, I mean, in terms of flipping and like just like holding properties, like I just want to be able to own like multiple properties in the future and just be good, you know? Like that's really all it takes, you know, for you to be financially free. If you own a few real estate properties, you have cash flow coming in and you're good, you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to work anymore. As long as your tenants are paying you, you're good. You don't have to do anything else.
Really,
you know?
that's all it takes. So again, you need to have that hustle spirit in you. You need to have that hustle in you in order to really make it in this business and take off. And that's really all it really takes. It's like it all depends on you. If you're not making it right now, if you're not succeeding, it's because you're doing something that, you know, it's not working out. You're doing something wrong. You have to go look at the plan and restructure it, you know?
I totally agree.
That's it. And one of the reasons why, you know, I'm good at what I do is because I'm just like so passionate about objections. You've seen me on the phone. You see me cold calling.
The first cold call I've ever seen you make, you got an appointment. So
got the appointment, went there, met the guy, got the listing. You just need to learn how to deal with objections.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, I totally agree with you. I think that in my industry as well, when I first started out, it was difficult because when I started, I was on a script, right? So basically, I have
cold calling on a script?
Exactly. Yeah. So I was just like seeing if they say, oh, what is an FHA loan? I'm just like, I'm not sure. Let me get back to you on that. You know, like, as long as you just keep getting those questions and
that's
keep
another
learning.
thing. If you need to keep learning, like you said, you need to be knowledgeable. You need to have all the information. If somebody asks you a question, you don't want to be like, you know.
Exactly.
You want to be educated to the point where, like, you're a real estate professional. They trust you. They want to hire you, and you know your stuff. If they have a question, you answer it right there on the spot. So you want to be able to, you know, have all that knowledge and walk with it. You know, that's why I got my associate's broker's license, and I passed it on my first try. Even though
not third, thankfully.
I passed it on my first try, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna pass this test. And I told myself, that's it. You know, and you got to build your brand so big that you're getting like, literally, I can show you my phone. I'm getting recruitment calls from like every big company on Long Island. They're calling me saying, I'll sign you up. I'll give you this amount of money. I'll give you this sign-on bonus. But I mean, you know, I'm good where I'm at. I'm at Realty Connect USA, and I love the company. One of the reasons why I joined that company is because I love how they came about. It was literally Michael Artolino and John Fitzgerald and a couple of other partners. They sat down, had a cup of coffee, and they said, yo, we're going to make our own company. And boom, you know, now we're competing. We're one of the biggest companies on Long Island, and I love that. I loved the underdog coming and winning and competing with everybody else and outshining. You know, that's what I'm about.
And Realty Connect is one of the biggest, brokerages in Long Island. So,
yeah, and we have multiple offices all throughout Nassau County, Suffolk County, Queens.
Just another example of, you know,
you could do anything you want to do as long as you believe in yourself, you have faith, and you have that hustle mentality. You got to make it no matter what. And I think that's something you and I have.
Yeah.
That's the beauty.
Honestly, I think that, you know, that's the one thing you need to take away from this video, you know, from this podcast.
If I can make it, you can make it. Literally, I came from nothing. You know, like I said, I didn't even own a suit. I'm embarrassed to say this. I didn't even know how to tie a tie. You know, I had those clip-on ties.
I still don't know how to tie a tie. I still actually don't know how to tie a tie. I should learn that.
I had a clip-on tie, and my wife, who I'm married to, she's the one who helped me really study for my test. You know, she was reading me the questions, and I would know them right on the spot. She's like, how do you know this? I don't get this. But I was so focused, like, yo, I got to make this happen. I got to make this work. And I would always tell her, even before I was who I am now, like a top producer, I would tell her, yo, I'm going to be one of the biggest names at the company. And boom, like, thank God I'm here now.
Yeah.
So it's dope. We have our own podcast show. We're excited. You know, we have so much coming in the future. We have a lot of big names coming.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of big names coming on, and I'm excited. Yeah, I don't want to reveal any names yet.
No names yet. You know,
we'll drop Anthony Ambrosini from Custom Cleats.
Yes, he's gonna be our first one.
Over 100,000 followers on Instagram. He used to play baseball.
I'm excited to hear from him. Like, you told me your side of it. I want to hear from him.
Yeah, I want to hear his come-up story. Yeah, I really want to hear that. And,
yes, the come-up story, but also I want to hear from his side what it was like picking you.
With me.
Yeah, I want to hear from him. I want to see what he has to say.
That's interesting because even up to this day, we never had that conversation. And like, I did ask him like why you chose me. He said, well, I just felt like you were confident.
Well, unfiltered, uncut, here for the first time. We'll see it. We'll see exactly what it looks like.
So again, last point I want to make before we close the show out is do whatever it takes to make it in this business. Don't be scared. Don't put lies in your own head. Say, I can't do this because I'm covered in tattoos, or I can't do this because I'm new, or I didn't get in this business knowing anybody in real estate. Literally, I didn't even know who freaking Ryan Serhan was. You know what I mean? Like, I had no idea about real estate whatsoever. I just knew, like, yo, I can sell, and I want to give this a shot. I used to work at a Coach.
Oh, yeah, I remember you told me.
Store. And
No, they make men's wallets, too.
Okay, well, my
Very
bad.
fruitful wallets. Shout out to Coach.
Somebody's got a Coach wallet in the pocket over here.
Nah, Gucci. But
Well, excuse me, damn. I don't even have a wallet. I got a... Yo, Ox gonna laugh at me. I got a rubber band.
oh my God.
Yo, I'm still in the...
No, but the thing is, like, I'm not materialistic
JK.
to the point where, like, I didn't even buy that wallet.
No. And again, I'm not materialistic at all. Like I said, this, it's just a look. You have to look the part. You know, you got to look professional. People want to work with somebody that they can trust, who feel like...
Let's be honest here. Like, the majority of the people who are going to be watching this show are people who are interested in real estate and people who are, like, new agents learning to learn more about the industry. So this is stuff that they need to hear. It might not be something they want to hear, but it's something they need to hear.
But we're keeping it real. And we're keeping it real. Like, again, we're an open book. We're being 100% transparent. I think that's why people love the show, because we're basically being ourselves. Yeah, you and I, we've known each other for so long. So another appearance that we're going to have on the show is one of my guys, Jared Yoshida. He's a big time interior
I'm excited
designer.
for that. I need to learn from
dope.
him.
Yeah, he's a big time interior designer in New York City. He's been doing it for a very long time. He's also a client of mine. Just a quick backstory, and this is what I mean. You got to do whatever it takes to get the job. I was interviewed by his old agent. This is weird. Nobody gets interviewed by agents, bro. I had to go get a house that he had in Hop.
Wait. His old real estate agent interviewed
you? His old
you.
real estate agent interviewed me at the last moment. They weren't even going to give me a shot. They had already, like, 2 people they had in mind that they were going to go with. And then I came basically, like, at the end, and I stole it. And basically, I had to meet with the old real estate agent in Hop Hog. And then I had to pass that interview. And then I had to go meet with Jared all the way in Brooklyn from Hop Hog, not knowing if I was going to get the job or not. And I literally drove there the same day. We met at, like, an Asian like vegetarian place. We sat there, just had a conversation, and that's it. I brought the papers. I said I just need a couple autographs. But he saw how motivated I was. He saw the drive. Nobody's gonna drive. Who's gonna drive from here to Brooklyn, not knowing that you're gonna get an appointment or not, and probably waste your time if you don't.
Yeah.
But you have to take those risks. You have to take those risks and be confident in yourself. I went there with the mindset, all right, I passed the interview with his agent. I'm definitely going to pass the interview with him. I'm just going to be myself. There's no fear. And I did. And now I sold that. I sold the Hop Hog house for him. And I sold another house we just closed on for him in Sound Beach. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited.
So one more quote. I think Confucius said this. Scared money don't make no money. All right, so I think that's the best place to wrap it up for today. But if there's something you got to take away from the show, remember,
make sure you guys
hustle.
like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
The biggest thing to take away from this episode is hustle your off, basically.
Yes. We didn't even talk about the market at all until now. We're in like the last 2 seconds of the show. But if you're looking to sell right now, I can't even say a number how many buyers I have ready to buy your house. So
definitely contact us. Like,
if you're looking to buy, call me.
Yes,
and call him too.
Sell your house now, or your Mike. What the heck, man?
You can't say that word.
I didn't even curse. Why would he bleep that out? You know what?
Why'd you just say it again?
I didn't even curse.
You gotta stop saying these, bro. This is a family-friendly show, man.
Let's keep it PG. All right, episode 2. We're done. We're cleared. Shout out to our sponsors again, EPM Real Estate Photography.
Eagle Eyes Home Inspection.
Logos pop up. All right, don't make me look dumb, guys. Okay, make sure you pop those logos up.
They don't put up the logo. I'm just like
looking in the sky.
All right, so stay tuned. Episode 3 coming soon. It was a pleasure speaking to you again. Looking forward to the next episode.
I'm excited. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe, like, comment. You know what to do. See you guys next time.
See you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Real Estate and Chill podcast with James Chaudhry and Kevin Iglesias. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this with your friends, your enemies, your mother-in-law. No, seriously, this podcast is so fucking good, you might want to tell your ex. See you next time.